Several Green Bay nonprofits are celebrating into the weekend after being selected to receive federal grant money through the city.
It's called the Community Block Grant Program. It's a vital federal funding for the city that receives every year and can now choose just how to disperse it into the community to help target key issues in service areas. This year, more than $300,000 will be split up between 7 nonprofits, many of them working on affordable housing solutions for families at risk of eviction, rental assistance for low-income households, and teen services at the Boys and Girls Club of the Bay and Lakes region.
This generous funding for the Boys and Girls Club is going towards a teen engagement specialist and resources toward our teen population. What we saw a lot throughout COVID was we had to take a step back and focus on childcare for working families, and we turned into a virtual school, and kind of that legacy got cut off with our older kids who were able to stay at home or able to have other options, or we didn't have space because we had to reconfigure for virtual school or those younger populations so parents could work. So now we're in the midst of a resurgence in re-engaging teen populations.
Other nonprofits receiving grant money include We All Rise, the Salvation Army of Greater Green Bay, and the Northeast Wisconsin Community Clinic.